So there's massive news coming out of the Premier League today. Is Arsenal have agreed personal terms with Vinicius Junior. He sounds like he has agreed to join Arsenal. Now this is huge news. Of course, it looked like this move last week when Arsenal first came in for him had fallen through. It looked like he had chose to stay at Real Madrid, planned to play there under Mourinho, and it looked like Arsenal were going to miss out and maybe prioritise other signings such as Picola, such as Alvarez. But now he has agreed personal terms, agreed this to make this move. Arsenal now can enter negotiations with Real Madrid and can now just try and basically agree a fee to officially bring him to Arsenal. He seems happy to make the move. It did seem like if he was to go to any Premier League club, Arsenal would certainly be favourite. But it always felt like somewhat of a long shot, a bit like he was always looking like he'd stay at Real Madrid. Although now that might have changed. This might change now. It looks like he could be making the move to Arsenal. Now, of course, this is a real statement signing from Arsenal because they're taking a player that's really well known and really has got a big sort of reputation at Real Madrid, from Real Madrid, who are the biggest club in the world, and bringing him into the Premier League, bringing him to already a team that's already champions, and they're just going from strength to strength at the moment. I have to say, they are only looking to grow in this window, Arsenal, and if this goes well, of course, he's in previous seasons, Vinicius Junior has been fantastic for Real Madrid. And okay, yeah, he might not have always covered himself in glory. Maybe at times the club hasn't either at Real Madrid, but maybe something's clearly gone wrong. Something has gone wrong with the relationships there between the two, the player and the club. But it did look like he might stay next season, but that now looks like it might change. I think if Arsenal are in a position where they can make the player feel really welcome, they're in a position where he comes into a team that's already got a really good morale and a really good feel about them. So I think this would, seeing as they've missed out on a couple of signings this window, such as Rodgers, such as Stones, I think this could be a real big move for Arsenal. We see at the World Cup, even after coming off of the back of what was not his best season at Real Madrid, we've seen in previous seasons what he could do when he's won the Champions League with them and stuff, but we see in the World Cup what he can do as well, the quality he's got there. Standout player for Brazil, and what was an underwhelming Brazil performance at the World Cup in the end. Standout player, some fantastic individual moments of quality, and he's going to come into a ready-made team, a team that's already firing, a team that's already, currently best in the country. So I think if this move goes right, I think this could be a real, Arsenal just could make themselves a real, even more of a force next season. This is a really, really big move. Now, Antonio Silva has also, he had already agreed the move to Bournemouth, was happy for it to go through, but they wanted him to stay. Benfica, wanted him to stay for their Europa League qualifier against St Gallen, which was back-to-back weeks, 2 legs. They lost the first leg 2-1, but they won the second leg 6-0, so went through 6-2 on aggregate. They wanted him at least for the first leg, but I believe he might have played in the second leg as well. But I do know they wanted to keep him for those games. That's why it kind of stalled, despite the fact that Bournemouth met his release clause, 25 million, and the players wanted to make the move. They wanted to keep him for that game, and now that's happened. That literally a day after it's happened, that move's now gone through, and that's a big signing for Bournemouth. Really, really good centre back. They're really a player really highly thought of, and the player that in previous windows Manchester United looked at, Chelsea looked at, so a really, really big signing for them. A club that's in the Europa League next season as well, Bournemouth, for the team that, despite losing Iriola, are showing no signs of falling away, no signs of any sort of drop-off, because they are adamant on keeping Alex Scott as well. So at the moment, I feel Bournemouth's still in a very good position. But they're the two biggest moves that we've heard of over the last couple of days. Vinicius Junior's move to Arsenal in particular is a massive piece of news. This really does look like it could be on the cards now. This is not just rumours anymore. There is a genuine good chance this could go through now. And Silva to Bournemouth is a very big move for them as well, and certainly a real show of ambition from Bournemouth as well. Now, of course, my club, Chelsea, we have played a pre-season friendly today that's not gone how I would have wanted. The reaction to that will be out tomorrow morning, so look out for that video.